So how do you know if somebody is really truly changing after an affair? Well, there's three things that you can look for. The first thing is changed understanding. The second thing is changed behavior. And the third thing is, are they struggling? Because change is difficult. So if somebody is not struggling, they're not really changing. So let's talk about each of those three things. All right, so changed understanding, what does that mean? It means that they're not defensive anymore. They are really trying to do a deeper dive into what caused them to have the affair and understand deeper motivations. There's also a deeper recognition of the impact of their choices, right? A lot of people, when they're having an affair, kind of rationalize their choices and think, my wife doesn't really love me anyways. It's no big deal. She's busy, with the kids and the dog and whatever. So I'm just going to take care of myself over here. It won't really affect her. Finally, they start to realize, oh, that was very selfish thinking and that was completely wrong. My choices have a huge effect on her. So look for changed understanding and really look for, are they less defensive and more accepting that their way of thinking before was really, really off? Okay, the second thing is changed behavior. So when somebody is changing their behavior, they might seek to understand why they're doing what they did. They're explaining why they did it. They're definitely not excusing why they did it. They're not hiding or keeping secrets anymore. They are more vulnerable, more raw, more honest when they're talking about their feelings. And you can see that they're coping differently, right? Instead of shutting down and going to another room and playing with their phone like they might have done before, now maybe they're coming to you and talking a little bit more, or they're sitting and reading, or they're crying, or they're going for a walk, or they're doing something. So if you see them coping with pain a little bit differently, that's a great sign that behavior is changing. And we've got to remember that we don't look for perfection, we look for progress, right? Changing any behavior is super hard. Think about the last time you tried to go on a diet. I'm not a big fan of diets, but just think about that as an example. You know how hard it is to change just the simplest behavior, right? Just going from regular Coke to Diet Coke is a real struggle for some of us who drink soda. So changing behavior is bumpy. When you see somebody struggling, that's a good sign. And that leads us into our third point, which is, if you see that somebody is struggling with the changes they're making, but they keep fighting for it anyways, they keep pushing through, they keep working, they fall off the horse, but then they get back on, that's a really good sign that they're committed to changing and that you are safer with them. So look for these three changes, and if you see that, it's a very good sign that your relationship is on a healthier track.